morning, everyone. My name is Cindy from MyProGuide Indonesia in Jakarta. And now I am in one of the oldest market available in the city called Pasar Baru. Right behind me, we have the gate since 1820. So Pasar means market, Baru means new, the new market, but this is not very new. If you have ever been to Taipei before, I think this looks like a little bit like our Ximending. How does it look like? We have everything here actually. We have the fresh market. We have a lot of wholesaler actually. If you want to buy anything from your hair drying things and your car spare part, you can buy it over here. What's in the market? Let's have a look. We start from one of the snack parlor over here. This is one popular snack parlor for now. At the old time, we love everything fried, but since 2019, after the corona pandemic, we feel that we should live a healthier life. So that's why we have a lot of healthy snack parlor for now. Anyone from Indonesia can have a shout, please? Can I have a shout, please? Is everyone from Taiwan? Hello, Rita. Hello, Sasa. Hello, guys. There you go. Yep, the fresh fruit parlor today. This is March, right? And this is one popular parlor. Now is the season for guava. That's why we have a lot of guava seller for today. Halo Mas, hai. Kok nggak ada sih? Dadah. Any question? No? Pasar Baru is a new market, and this place is pretty popular for everyone who wants to buy any fashion item like the bags. But well, this is not the original, of course. This is a knockoff bag. But not everyone can afford a new one, right? The original one, right? So sometimes these fake bags, I don't call it fake. I think I'm going to call it as a cheaper version of it is pretty popular over here. At the old time, this Pasar Baru area was the area for the Indian Indonesian. As you guys know, the Indonesian comprised of 350 tribes. We are not only Indonesian Chinese or Indonesian Javanese, Indonesian Bataknese, but we also have the Indian Indonesian. And for most of our Jakartans, we have the Indian Indonesian. Where do they live? They live around this Pasar Baru area. And you know, the Indians are good with their textile business, so that's why we have a lot of textile stores over here. But sometimes the stuff are not made in India, it's made in China as well. For example, the shirts over here. Or sometimes it's just locally made. Nah, in front of me is Pasar Baru Metro Atom. If we only see the market from the outside, sorry. If we only see the market from the outside, well, these are all the street vendor. There is street parlor over here, but we have people that sell stuffs in the building as well. Here is the wholesale center of Pasar Baru, where actually all the shirt from and and shoes from the porter we sold over here. But well, you cannot only buy a pair of it, but you need to buy a lot more from that. Now, as I mentioned before, this market is called Pasar Baru, the new market, but not really that new. Like all of the civilization on earth, when we have a market, we always have a temple. Let's have a look at the third oldest temple in town, called Sintekbyo, aka Vihara Dharmajaya, since 1698. I believe that your grandmother even haven't born yet at that time, right? And this is located in Batavia. Oh, but before I go, I want to tell you guys about this Daiso Japan store. This is new actually, but the building is not that new. Let's have a look over here. It's look pretty old, right? Nah. For those coming from Semarang, anyone coming from Semarang out of Sasa, remember there was one traditional medicine part in Semarang. It was one old standing company since the 18th century, but unluckily that company has been gone for quite a while. At the old time, this was the Jakarta branch. But since the company went bankrupt at the early 2000, this home was left abandoned for quite a while, and now they has sell that to Daiso Japan, but they are not open yet. Anyway, let's have a look. This is a proof that, you know, the Indonesian, either the Indian Indonesian or the Chinese Indonesian or the Japanese Indonesian, everyone lives together in harmony. Let's get into the alley. Halo, selamat pagi.
Pagi, ciao An.
Ciao An. Anyone wants to have a quick stop? Go gado-gado. Good look at this beautiful house over here. It looks familiar. Here has been living here since. There you go, the third oldest temple in town. It looks small, isn't it? At the old time, this is one of the biggest temple available, praying to the god of the earth. But because of the civilization, we don't have much space already, so that's why it was left hidden right in the middle of the alley. Anyway, the owner of the street, this alley, is the supermarket over here, the mall over here, and Nyonya Menir, the jamu porter, the traditional medicine, Jalan Kongsi Belaka, aka the one that you share together, the street that we share. Let's see if I could enter the temple. Let's move. Yeah, there's a cat over here. Yeah, a black cat. What? If you see a black cat in your culture, what will you say? Oops, we are not going to see people's blood. But in my opinion, well, it's just a cat which has a color. Halo, halo Mas. The alley is very small compared to now. The tax is expensive, and everyone is sharing the amount to pay for the tax of the street. So that's why the old time, where they don't really have that much, people love to have a smaller alley. And here at the corner of the alley, I have noodle parlor in the city that has been selling since the 1920 something. But guys, this for those who are Muslim, this is not for you guys because it's made of pork. There are a lot of pork. I'm going to show you it. This is nice. Pork meatball, fried pork meatball, and then we call it pangsit goreng and the pork. Are you hungry? No, nobody's hungry. Well, if nobody's hungry, then I'm going to move. The fresh fruit salad. Anyone have fresh? I think I'm going to back for the. I'm going to come after the walk. I think I'm going to come back for the. And here it is. Dang, 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 dang. The famous gang kelinci. For Indonesian, probably you are pretty familiar with this song. Jakarta, kotaku indah dan megah. Disitulah aku dilahirkan. Rumahku di salah satu gang. Namanya Gang Kelinci. There you go. This is the legendary Bani Gang Kelinci. And guys, this is halal, so there is no pork in the noodle. You can give it a try later. Another one is a famous and also my favorite parlor in town was the chakwe or the fried bread. Watermelon. This is very small. And banana. Gang kelinci noodle, they made quite an amount. They've really made it, and so now we have a lot of branches all across the city. And we have Apin Taylor over here. This is Chinese Indonesian, but most people, when we are going to buy any kind of clothes, normally we buy from the Indian store instead. And then here it is, one popular mini market called the Salimar. There you go, Salimar Market. They are selling a lot of Indian product. So if you're going to buy the basmati rice or anything, then you can have it in. You can have it in this Salimar. Since they are not open today, I don't know why they are not open, or probably am I too early? Is it? That is already 9. Oh yeah, most of the Jakarta for now are open from 10 to 11. Due to the pandemic, a lot of stores are still not open yet for public because everyone is prefer to stay at home yet. So this is not our normal time yet. At the old time, normally before the pandemic, we can't even see the street like this. It's always like congested, or there are a lot of people that walk over here. It's just like a walking street, but sometimes people are pushed to have a car in it. This is, we call it the bajai. It's one of the proof that Indonesia is one part of a melting pot of the Indian culture. You might see that in India a lot. This bajai or three-wheeler. Why do we have this three-wheeler? Because at the old time when we have our very first Indian Indonesian, they bring that with the culture, and we love to have that. But for now, when you want to try a three-wheeler, remember to only have it along the smaller alley. Do not use it at the main street or the main avenue, or the policeman will give you a ticket, aka kamu kena tilang. Nah, this is one of the oldest store around the Pasar Baru market. At the old time when we do not have malls, this is the place where people shop for the branded items. For example, if you want to have the original, not the fake Louis Vuitton or the original Dior, then you can have it here. There's one funny thing is there's one eagle statue over there, right? Have a good look. One eagle statue on the top of it. Well, there's a story behind that, but I'm not going to tell you guys. Join our actual tour, then you can have it. You can have the information. They call the store as Popular Store. Let's move. Now this is the walking street, guys. Any questions so far? Any question? You're free to ask for today, because if you ask me tomorrow, you ask me any question tomorrow, then I'm going to charge you. Ha ha. No, I'm just kidding. We have the shoe stores, Gourmet textile shop. This is owned by the Indian. Oh yeah, if there is any question, please write it in the comment below. Of course, we have the jewelry store. They're not open yet. Nah, Ramayana, this is one of our popular brand. We have a lot of branches all across the archipelago in Indonesia, and the business actually start from this Pasar Baru, and this is their first store. This is their very first store. I love to buy stuff here, guys, because it's cheap and cheerful. And then let's go. Give it a very short. Oh, guys, I'm going to show you something. Have a good look at this store over here. Nah, this is the first shoe store in town. They have been open since the 1920 something. And over here, they are not only selling the ordinary shoes that we see over here. It's not only this kind of shoes, but they also have tailor-made shoes. For example, if you have problem with your feet and then you cannot have the normal size of the shoes, then you can order. It's made by order. And they have been in the business since 1920 something. Nah, this is the very first Chinese shoe parlor in town. So the other one was owned by the Indian, and this belongs to the Chinese. This is 1924. The other one is 1920, and they also offer the tailor-made shoes. Then let's have a quick walk. We have Mumbai Textile over here, 1951. And anyone wants to have ice cream? Anyone wants to have ice cream? We have one over here, one of the 4 oldest ice cream parlor in town, called the Ice Cream Tropic. They haven't been in business since the 1960s something, and they are very famous for their sarsa parrilla. Let's have a quick look at the restaurant. Ah, I'm going to. I'm coming back later for the ice cream after the tour is done. Quick walk again. Allergy. Major allergy means the watch. We have the watch store as well. And yeah, if you are going to attend a wedding in Jakarta and you are in a hurry, you do not have any suit, don't worry. We have the one who do the tailor, a quick one called, if you order in the morning, you can have your suit in the afternoon. It's one of the tailor made, and it's not expensive, guys. See, 1,600,000 something, 700,000 is equal to, wait, one moment, $50. Then we have the textile store again, Maharaja, with your sari, kabaya material for the lady. This is the ladies' kingdom. Another shoe store. Nah. Why is Pasar Baru one of my favorite place in town? Is because of this building over here. Can anyone have a good guess? What is this building all about? This building? I know it looks old, there's a store called Toko Kompak. This is one of the Chinese mayor's place, Chinese mayor's resident in town at that time. That mayor was very rich, guys. He was very rich until he sponsored the birthday of the queen, and he got a silver token because of that. See? Hidden right behind there. We have the store over here. This is being proposed to our city government to become one of the cultural heritage in town, and they are still proposing it. I hope that this building will be protected like very soon, so that the future generation can appreciate our culture, our history. And let's have a look. Any questions so far? You can leave it in the comment below. Any questions so far? No question. All good? And if we see the Indian, of course, we have the temple and we have the restaurant. This is one of the famous restaurants in town called the Gokul Resto. But they are only serving the vegetarian Indian food. So if you like to eat meat, please do not come to this restaurant. And this is another residence of the mayor. So he has two buildings. And this is now a street parlor over here. Halo Bapak, selamat pagi. Anyone wants to give it a try, having a tricycle? How does it feel to be in a car that sounds like daka 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 daka? Next time when you come to Jakarta, give it a try. Probably if you come like 10 years later, they will be gone already. So come as soon as possible. This is one historical building that we can have in town. Halo Bapak. Pagi. This is one of our radio broadcaster building that we have since the Dutch time, 1901 something. And this used to be one of our office that was held by the Japanese, and this is the very place where we announced our independence to the world. And now this is one of the places where they have the journalistic training over here. Yeah. And now I'm going to bring everyone goes to go across the street. This is still around the Pasar Baru area, but we are crossing the river called Cilimu River all over here. So I'm going to bring you to the first female school in Batavia called Santa Ursula School. This is a female only school. So for the guys, you are not allowed to attend the school over here. This is the first Catholic school in Jakarta. And next door, one very special building is is it beautiful? That is our very first post office. Our very first post office. And we have the post bus as well, the post box up to now. But now this is no longer a post office. This is just a philately office, so you can buy any stamps or any and buy the stamps. And you can also even make the stamp with your picture on it, and it's valid. It's a valid stamp. In another country, I do only know that the one that is allowed to have their picture in the stamp is only the king or the queen. But here, everyone can have it. And since they do not need they do not need the biggest space for now, so they ran it to Starbucks for now. There you go. Let's have a quick walk. Guys, anyone wants to have drawings or a tattoo, they have tattoo parlor over here. Now, if you are going to write people a letter, probably a love letter, and your writing is just not really that good, you can hire people to write for you if you want to. Now, the building over here, this is our public transportation, guys. If you're traveling to Jakarta, if you want to go everywhere, there's one connection line called the Trans-Jakarta Metro. And in front of us is a building. We call it as our art building, guys. This is our very first theater in town. And after the independence, we use it as our university's office. And afterwards, now this is This is a theater. This is an art building for now. And then we have the metro. And as I mentioned earlier, if we see that there are a lot of, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of Indonesian, right? And most of them are the Hindu. Where do they attend their mass? Where do they pray? Nah, right on this alley, on the right hand side. Oh, sorry, we have the car. Have been passing through the walking street. We have a space where most people are praying. We have most of the temple located over here. Mention it, the Sikh temple or the Sai Baba or Hare Krishna temple or Shiva temple. We have it here. Well, there's one donation. Egg rice with, this is donation guys. Rice with veggies, 2,000 rupiah every Friday at 10 a.m. in the morning. But guys, this is normally only for donation. So for those people, for the people that do not earn enough, probably, well, you do not have the money to make it for the day, then you can have it here. And then here, behind the tally is the Hare Krishna temple, and also the Gurudwara temple, and also the Tridharma temple, or no, Trishakti, or the female Lord temple. They are neighbors actually, guys. This is the Trishakti temple, and then this is Hare Krishna temple. Okay, let's move back. A little bit here. Mahatma Gandhi Foundation. We have one of the Indian school over here, and this is one of the best school in Jakarta available. Yeah, the office is on this building. But you know, Out of the temples here, we also have some monks as well, one little monk in the middle of the temples. Yeah, the little monks is over here, and we have the Sai Baba Foundation. This is Sai Baba Foundation, and next door is the Sikh temple. This is the Sikh temple. And I think I'm going to walk back because I'm walking in the middle of the street. So we have cars waiting for me. Walk back a little bit. Wow, is it already 10 a.m. in the morning? People has been coming. They have been queuing for the food. Well, guys, around this Pasar Baru area, this is one of the richest, not one of the richest area, not like the other area in Jakarta. So, but not a slum area as well. But yeah, this house that I forgot to mention earlier, we call this house. This is a house that we have from the 60s, 1960s something, called the Yankees house. Why is it called as a Yankee? As you know, it's a New York Yankee, right? There was the New York Yankee back in New York. They have the Y-shaped house, so the upper side is taller than and bigger than the downside. At the old time when we have our independence, everyone was saying like New York Yankee is a show, is a symbol of freedom, and the house and everything was made in Y shape. It was a trend at that time, but now this kind of trend is no longer available. Any questions? Leave the comments. Leave it on the comment below. No question. Okay. Wow, they are queuing for the food. Oh, picture. Now I'm going to bring you guys to have one nice picture spot, to have a good picture of this this gate. Where is it? Let's go and walk across the pedestrian crossing. Any question? Any question or any suggestion? Leave your comment in the live chat. Halo Mas. Halo Bapak. Dadadadadong. Guys, if you are going to have the public transportation, this will be your pedestrian crossing. We need to go up there and then walk a little bit down over here, and this will be your station. And then in front of us is one of the national public school that has their major in bakery and cookings. So if we think that the culinary school is expensive, let's have a look. Let's have a second look. Sometimes when it's expensive, if you go to the private university, if you go to the public school, it's not really that expensive. The problem is, do you have that luck to attend the school? And bajai over here, since this is one of the local neighborhood, so we have the bajai over here. Lots of bajai, but make sure that, please remember that the bajai is only available, they are only allowed to go around Pasar Baru area. So if you want to go further, for example, if you want to go to the southern part of Jakarta, please make sure that you don't take the bajai, or the bajai vendor will tell you, oh, you know, this is very far, I can't go that far, the petrol is not even enough, and the police will catch him out. And this is it, the place where you can have a good picture of the gate, of the Pasar Baru gate. I'm going to, and this is the place where I'm going to leave you for the tour today. Thank you for having me for this morning. It was one great sunny morning, and I hope you have a good day. Stay healthy, stay happy, and for now, stay at home and watch us. And I'm Cindy from MyProGuide Indonesia. Thank you. Bye bye. Turn everything off. Bye bye. Oh, or anyone wants to have a good picture over here? I'll move a little bit forward so everyone can have a good picture. Yay. Hit me. One. Bye.